And again, our friends from last night, yesterday, went to the beach together, headed up the ICW together. They're growing. Here we are. This is Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Free dockage, which I always like. There's Ryan about to fall in. And some old historic buildings over there. It's actually kind of nice. Free dockage, 48 hours. And free Wi-Fi. How cool is that? Okay, this is downtown here. It's actually very quaint. I mean, it's like stepping back into the 50s. Except for they let black people eat at the restaurants here. But anyway, just stopped at a little bookstore and check out this thing. I don't know what it was originally, but some sort of an old house. Storefront, gas station. What's your name?
I'm Glenn.
Hey Glenn, how nice to meet you. We just met Glenn, and Glenn has got the coolest thing ever. It's this thing. Look at this. It comes from a kit, and you say you get how many miles to the gallon?
About 150 miles to the gallon.
150 miles to the gallon.
35 miles per hour. And
wow, you're from Boston?
I'm from New Orleans.
New Orleans?
New Orleans.
Wow, I would not have guessed that with your accent. But we're at a restaurant, and it looks really good. But I notice here they have Chesapeake, which is great. But here, the very first thing is a cluster of Alaskan snow crab legs on the Chesapeake menu there. I think that's a little odd. Okay, so here we are. It's Thursday. We're going through the Dismal Swamp. And, alright, so yeah, it's called the Dismal Swamp, but I never really believed it. I want to show you something. I don't know if you can see those. Those are all of the horseflies that we've killed, and there are still an unbelievable number of them. We've been trying to swat them, you name it. It's hot, it's miserable, and we're being eaten alive. Okay, here we are. It's Monday. I forget the date. What's the date? Monday, 25th. Alright. Anyway, that over there is Washington, D.C. We just got our first glimpse of it. We can see the Washington Monument, the Capitol building, and the Woodrow Wilson. Here we go. We just got to D.C. and what we have is beggar ducks. Ryan just threw a leaf at him, and I said, go get those ducks and crackers. That's the Gangplank Marina. We are staying at the Yacht Club, Capitol Yacht Club, since 1892, and it's over there, and that's where we headed in a minute. I'll give you a tour. Yeah?
Yep.
How long did it take us to get here?
10 minutes walking. Maybe not that long.
About a week and a half.
Oh.
Not a walking, but...
I thought you meant from the
yeah,
marina.
No. Anyway, yeah, it's very close to the marina, but this is why we came. To get here. I had always been told that James Smithson never made it to the United States. Well, I was wrong. They brought him here when he was dead. Now he's part of the museum. I guess that's what he always wanted. Something I never do, and that is go to McDonald's, but because it's like right next to the Smithsonian and we're hungry, and because it's from a cart, I figured that's unique enough for me to violate my rule, so I'm gonna go have a McDonald's. You were so not supposed to do that. Okay, so here we are, Air and Space Museum, Smithsonian, all kinds of cool stuff, satellites, Spirit of St. Louis. I don't know what the hell that is, but it's there. Cool. It's a lunar lander with a man-made cockroach. And a little antenna, legs, scurries around in the dark. It's more comfortable than some of the modern airline seats. And that's it. That's the original, allegedly. I think it's just a model. This is exactly like the guys behind the fish camp, the homeless guys at the marina. Except I think he's offering food instead of asking. The sign says this is the average height of this person, this species. I'm thinking, well, if you went on a date, I would want the child portion for her because she is really short. I mean, like here's a woman standing over there, and she's not very tall herself. So, cheap date Lucy for this. She just ran into a Komodo dragon. I don't know. I think she's dancing. She got herself some bad meth. Did you meet on eHarmony or Match.com? Because I'm not sure that's going to work out. That's pretty wild. That's a human skull, exploded version. Wow. This is kind of cool. You have honeybees, cocoons, kids. But here's what's nice. They actually let them out. How cool is that? They can fly outside, and somehow they know how to go back in and right back into their honeycombs. The Hope Diamond. Big rock. Here it is, like an old train. How cool is this stuff? Life vest from the Titanic. This one actually worked. The guy survived. How cool is that? What I like about this exhibit is the realism, because this is horse drawing, you know, so you got a guy tending his horse and whatnot. But this museum pays a lot of attention to detail, because that is a pile of horse shit. Alright, this is a pretty cool exhibit. It's a tramway car. Look at this.
Jackson Park, Inglewood, and Howard trains. Stop here for Roosevelt University, Sears, and Goldblatt. Please make sure
the original Superman costume, 1952 to 58. I don't see any bloodstains on it. That's probably a good thing. Apparently, this is the first Kermit the Frog. There are two first Kermit the Frogs in the same building, but I don't know. All right, this is the fish market. Now the deal is, of course, they have fish. But what's interesting here, all these things float. Originally this was for boaters, you know, fishermen who were selling stuff off of their boats. So if you look down here, that's the water. And all of these are little floating shops. You buy what you want right off the boat. I guess this is a good way to get around the law. Gotta admire that DC ingenuity. By the bushel.
Fantastic.